Shall we start?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Hi Ruksar, how are you?
Hi Shivraj, I am good. What about you?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. Okay. So Ruksar, you have experience from corporate action, right?
Right.
And then you have also worked with performance and compliance team, if I'm not wrong.
Correct.
Correct? Okay. So now tell me something about performance and compliance, or I would say start with your introduction. That would be better, and then walk me
Okay.
through the your performance and compliance roles and responsibilities, and then corporate action stuff. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you for allowing me to introduce myself. My name is Yuksa Parveen from Jharkhand, and I am living in Pune since last 10 years and passed my post graduation and graduation from Pune University and schooling from Jharkhand CBSE board. And I
Okay.
am having 5.4 years of experience in finance capital market with two companies. At First is Atos Intel for 2.5 years, and in Eclass Services Private Limited for 3 years. And I'm a process analyst here, and I'm a part of corporate action payment processing team, and also handling cash and stock reconciliation part.
Cash and
About
stock reconciliation.
correct.
What is the difference between cash and stock reconciliation?
Cash and stock reconciliation, whatever the breaks we are finding out after the payment, that breaks we are resolving.
And what about stocks?
Stock, same scenario we are checking while doing, we are come to
Go
while
ahead.
doing we while doing the work we are come to, we have some positions are not matching, if any statement and ledgers are not matching, if the stocks, some type of errors like we are scenario which we are on a seen on a daily basis, like uh, if any prices, if any securities are incorrect posted, or any positions are not matching, that time we are find out the why the discrepancy is happening, so we are just investigating and find out the error and resolve as soon as possible. So we are like we are just validating on the details to resolve the cash and stock breaks.
Okay. So tell me something about performance and compliance. You had worked
Performance,
in performance
yeah.
and compliance project with Sintel at all Sintel. So I would like to know more about PNC.
Uh, in Actually, I'm a part of I'm working for a state street center services private limited, which is joint venture with Atos Intel, and I'm a part. There are total 11 vertical, and I'm a part of performance and compliance. Under it comes under IMS Investor Manager Services, which provide we provide services to the IM
IM. So
or
what is IM?
investor manager. So we work on
Investment
their.
manager providing services to investment manager. Is it so?
No,
Then
it is the
whom?
invest. We are provided the services to our custodian. No,
Why
investment.
custodian?
No, sorry, investment manager. Yeah,
So what? I
we
mean,
provide
see,
services to our as custodian bank. State street.
custodian bank. Okay, anyways, if let me know who can invest, custodian or investor.
Investor invest.
Then why custodian will offer the services to the investor then? Any reason? Okay, so what do you understand about custodian?
They are just help to keeping our services. They provide services to us.
Sorry.
Custodian help us to keep our documents and
What
they
is dollar
provide
value added?
dollar value added. It shows the profit and loss balance
How
where
we
we can
calculate the
come to
dollar
know
value added?
how to calculate that exactly. I'm
You worked in PNC process at least for more than 2 years, if I'm not wrong, right?
correct.
And now you're not able to explain that how we calculate the dollar value added. Is it something beginning of the value minus ending of the market value, and then you will get the difference of dollar value added? Is it so something?
Yeah, we are checking just to begin what is the beginning of market price and what is the end market price. After that, both we calculate and deduct it. After that, we come to know that why the dollar value is minus or plus. So we are not calculating. We are just valid checking that why it is going negative. So we come to
But
know that
what
because
makes
of the
sense?
market.
But what makes sense? You tell me. If you don't calculate the value, then how will you uh, perform or reconcile that particular breaks or value? Is it correct or not? So how will you do that if you don't calculate it, or if you don't know how to calculate it?
Yeah, we are doing, but sorry, I don't know the calculation.
Okay.
And perfectly, I am not 100% sure about
What was the?
the formula.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. So, tell me five things which you have learned from Atos Sintel or Sintel, apart from normal business as usual or business activities. What you have learned or what you learned.
Apart from business means work, apart from work,
Yes, apart from work.
I learned the culture of corporate, how they environment, how they live, how they behave, how to react when they learn how to. They make my personality totally different because I am not such a girl who know the aware about the scenario, how the people react and the etiquettes they develop in my in my personality. That's it. I feel very good. They help me on this. And second, they are too much focused on work. They know how they balance their work when they are the people who are working. They are know their responsibilities and they are good enough to accountable whatever the errors they are facing at the situations. They are ready to accept the and they try to resolve their discrepancy and position whatever the error they accept. They don't try to repeat. So they always create some macro or whatever they are situation on the meeting. They always
Okay,
taking
okay,
meeting huddle
okay,
meet
that's
and
fine. That's fine. Uh, Ruxar, if I go through your resume, then also you have worked for Eclex as well, right?
correct.
So you worked in corporate action or dividend processing team. Which team
Yes.
exactly you worked? Corporate action.
um Corporate action, but
Okay.
especially I'm working in Dividend
Okay.
most
What
of the
type of
time.
dividends? Voluntary or mandatory with choice? What type of dividends?
Mandatory with choice.
Only mandatory with choice or mandatory?
Both we are working, but mainly focus on mandatory with choice.
Only mandatory with choice. Why not
No, no, no,
mandatory?
no. mandatory also, both the scenario we are come and across with, it is not mandatory. All the every the data is
What
come
is the
across
difference
every
between cash dividend and stock dividend?
cash dividend. It is the profit which the company gives to their shareholders in the form of cash.
Hmm.
They
Good.
wanted to give. They don't wanted to make a reserve,
Hmm.
or in a stock. They wanted to give instead of cash. They wanted to give their share, and m- they want capital from that. That's why they announce a stock
Hmm.
dividend.
What is the rule of corporate action?
Corporate action rules.
Or I would say, what is the difference between ex date and record date?
The difference between ex date and record date is, if I'm a buyer, if I am purchasing something on X date, then seller will receive the dividend benefit.
Why?
It's because of because in corporate actions rule says that if you buy on
Hmm.
X date, before X date,
Hmm.
and settle that on before the record date,
Hmm.
trade should be settled before the record date, then only you buyer will
Before or on
receive.
or before?
Before.
Only before. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
No. It should be settled on or before the record date, not before only.
Okay, on or before the record date,
Hmm.
then only buyer will eligible for to get the dividend benefit.
Okay, so tell me the end-to-end process of dividend processing from beginning to end, and also define your role as well. What you do on a day-to-day basis in a dividend process, or that is what your income process, which you call.
About my role and responsibility, I was worked as akin to processing all type of corporate actions like both mandatory and mandatory
But
choice.
you said only dividend, and now you are saying all. What
Can you
exactly?
help me?
If I'm seeing gap here.
Here, can I ask you what will I say?
No. You're part of which team, first of all? Tell me that. Is it corporate action or dividend processing? Corporate action, it means sometime only they work corporate actions like buyback, tender, merger, acquisition, stock split, bonus issues, stock dividend, right? And dividend, it means where you would see the team would be dedicated team would be like the process mandatory with choice and mandatory dividends, cash dividends. So my question here is, what you are doing on a daily basis with the corporate action or that income processing team, what you are doing exactly.
Okay, about my work on a daily basis, I am once the event setup team, research team hand over all the events to us on or before, no, 2 3 days before the payment date. Our team role and responsibility is to review the first all the events. So we validate all the events like I think QC Students exited recorded with MT564, MT565, and MT567. After that,
Wait a minute, wait a minute. MT567.
yes,
Okay, what is the difference between MT566 and MT567?
MT566, it is the payment date where we are good to go to make the payment.
Hmm.
And 67, it shows that it is status showing that ki,
What status?
status showing that the person who what they want, they
Hmm.
either they want
Hmm.
cash or stock or whatever the options they are selected, that the confirmation which we receive
Hmm.
by the 67.
Hmm. And what about MT564?
MT564, we are getting all the informations from our agent bank.
Hmm.
Here we have all the details like ISIN, QSIP, Sudol's ratio, quantity, MIFID, and taxable or not. All the detail we are come to know by the MT564.
Hmm. Let's say you are expecting $100 dividend. On a payment date, you have received only $80.
Okay.
So, what can be the possible reasons to get the least dividend payment from Asian bank?
Yeah, we come this. We always come this situation. We are aware about this. It is because of lag not generated. Some reason would be anything like lag not generated.
Define it. I know that anything, but define what can be possible reasons. I'm asking. What can be the possible reasons?
uh, we are checking first in our system that why it is not matching, why then we come to know that the original account they are not
What will you
transferred
check in your
posted.
system?
We
My
check the
question is there should be name something, right?
yeah, non
You
name.
are checking means what you are checking. You got to know that you have received lease payment, which is $20.
The
You have received
transaction is
short payment.
wrong transaction they make
Then
in
what will be
the
the standard process to check or rectify or to do investigation or reconciliation that short payment? What would be the different stages that we follow to rectify the matter and reach and resolve it? What would be the standard process or what
after
process that you follow? Tell me that.
the, I am following just whatever we check that the position are not matching, so
It's not
we
about position, it's about dividend cash part.
cash part.
I'll repeat
Huh.
my question, right? In your system, there is $100 which you are expecting as a corporate action processor. You're expecting $100 payment for a dividend, right? But on a payment date, you have received only $80 payment.
It is because of the suspense. We come to know that it is gone into suspense account
Why suspense account?
because the amount is not. Uh, uh, it's because of the system errors. It automatically
But
credited.
why payment will process to the suspense account? My question is very
It
simple.
is
So
wrong
I'm
posted, so
asking
we
about
revised it.
there is a short payment you
Okay.
have received.
Okay, short payment.
What would be the possible reasons to receive short payment from the Asian bank? Anyways, who sent the payment to you or how you received payment notification?
From Swift. Sorry, from our internal tools.
Which internal tool?
Uh, Quist and Quist.
Quest and Crest. No.
Okay. IntelliMatch.
IntelliMatch.
We come.
IntelliMatch provide the notification to you.
No, sorry. Notification we receive from the Swift.
Then see now I want to standard operating procedure. When you have received a lease payment, what would be your next course of action? If you tell me the process for this, then I can assume that you're a part of corporate action team. Otherwise, I'll have a doubt.
Okay.
I'll have to rethink about your profile then. It's a simple. Anyways, if there is no payment matching with your instructions, then what course of action that you take in such a scenarios? Tell me that.
We reach out to our agent of, yeah, registrar,
Hmm.
or we also reach out.
Don't
They
you
we
don't you think that due to currency, cross currency, or maybe due to position change, maybe due to that is the dividend rate change or tax issues, payment you have received lease payment from Asian bank, so you should
when we are
investigate,
validating from our
and
internal
that's what I
tools.
was asking reasons.
Okay, okay. We have come to know while checking that it
You're
is
checking,
because
you're
of.
checking, that doesn't make sense. To check means
Okay.
why we are checking to know
Acha,
the reason, right? And if you know the
okay.
reason, then we can update the
Okay.
tax rate in the system.
Okay, we come to know that it is because
Sometime
of.
that you would see check fees will apply due to that payment will receive late. Sometime transaction fees will applied from the Asian banks. Then we can update the fees in the system. The fees will flow down, then your payment will match. Let's say you're expecting in GBP, you have received in USD. Perform the FX.
Okay, okay, okay.
You're not following the standard operating procedure.
Okay.
You have worked in your team, you're working with the dividend team, and you're not able to answer basic questions.
Okay.
What is the difference between cash and stock option and drip? If in both the events we are offering stock dividend, then why we are announcing these two events differently or separately?
In DRIP, company offers to investor that please accept the DRIP event, and in Casio, investor have choice. They will wanted to reinvest. They wanted to purchase the security or not. The basic difference is that. And
Okay.
also,
What are the different types of corporate actions?
there are three types of corporate action: mandatory with choice, and voluntary.
Okay. Give me the example of mandatory corporate actions.
Mandatory like stock dividend, stock split, reverse stock splits, spin-off, merger and acquisitions. Uh,
What about voluntary events?
Voluntary is tender offer, buyback,
What is the
right
difference
issue.
between buyback and tender offer?
Uh, Tender offer is anyone can announce the tender offer for any company, and in buyback, only the issuer company can announce the buyback event.
So, have you worked on break resolution part?
Yeah, I have worked
Tell me the different types of breaks.
different types of bricks. Bricks like missing.
Why there will be break in the system, payment system? So, do you know how to take down the bills? Let's say there is a ledger and statement in IntelliMatch, Okay,
Okay.
and statement and ledger both are that received for a same corporate action, but still those are pending. And okay, so let me yeah, so please tell me, so what would be the possible reasons where that you are not able to match the statement and ledger with each other?
Because of wrong posting,
Because of
of
wrong
wrong
posting. Then what
uh,
will be the course of action to post it correctly?
we find out the original account counterparty, and
Anyways, leave it.
then we
So do you know how to settle the claims and why we settle the claims?
we are uh, to in to find out the correct owner of the account, so that we can make the payment in their account.
So what are the different processes in corporate action domain or project?
Can you repeat what is the project?
Under corporate action project, what are the different processes under corporate action project?
अच्छा, claim processing. It is a process like
Process like
uh,
payment process, like the other process like payment process.
yeah, prepayment and post payment.
And what about research, scrubbing, event setup,
Yeah, yeah,
tax
yeah.
team?
All these are they help. We are reaching out with them, and they help to make the payment ready. When we are facing any problems while trade posting, so we
So do you know
directly reach
how
out.
we do you know why we perform the FX, or how we perform the FX activity or FX conversion, or in which scenario that we do?
Yeah, FX is for the current foreign currency. We are when we are
Give me an example, please.
making any payment, like in I am working in GBP, and we are dealing with our client like European investors, so we are making the payment on euro.
How we can convert USD into INR or maybe Euro?
Mm,
If if preference shares, let's say company announced that company want to convert preference shares into common equities, and that request you have received, right? In that case,
convertible
which type of corporate action that you will set up in your system?
conversion.
How this conversion process will execute in the system?
We fill all the input in the Excel sheet. After that, we submit. We send it to the quality team, and they give the
Quality
approval.
team,
QC team.
are you sure?
Yeah, they are we are auditing all the data which we are sending for I check. After their approval, we are make the submit the request.
Okay, anyways, so I'm done with my questions, right? So, do you have any question that you would like to ask?
Any suggestion for me?
Yeah, well, they'll.
मैं एक्चुअली आई हैव नॉट रेड इट. मेरे यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम आ रही है.
What problem that
कैसे
you're facing?
प्रोसेस कर रही हो तुम?
Wait a minute. Okay, okay. Yeah, definitely. So, we'll discuss about feedback. Feedback is more important. Okay. So, Ruksar, see, if you have processed and you're a part of, see, even though when I asked question to you about PNC, performance and compliance, right?
राइट.
So you did not elaborate much. Why? You worked in PNC. My question was very simple that what did you do in a PNC or with a performance and compliance team? That was the question, but still
हाँ.
you were unable to answer question. So what challenge that you are facing? There would be only two reasons. That one is you have you're facing problem with language of that particular process, and that's what you're not able to speak or elaborate more about it. Correct? And how you
या
can improve
करेक्ट.
this? Write down the roles and responsibilities in your notebook and go through it thrice, twice, thrice in a day, and try to link that with the process. That's how you can improve with this particular problem. And another one is you don't have a conceptual clarity. I know that that was your first job, and maybe that nobody told you to learn this in a practical way, so which can help you further in your career. But see, panel definitely they will raise question on that part as well, that if you have performed or worked with that particular process or business, then you should know at least what you've done or what you were doing with that particular process, right? And apart from this two problems, how you can improve this? Write down the roles and responsibilities twice, thrice, and go through it. Try to understand that as well. See, every task is important. In a banking, we do deal with only few data inputs: dates, trade date, settlement date, price, rate, right, amount, quantity, counterparty name, and then different names will be around with the different processes. But 90% teams they play with the this basic inputs. Then it means every every task, every process, every project is unique, and those are important, and where you would see the linkage. So do you agree with this?
या आई विल कीप दैट इन माय माइंड.
And apart from this, the basic mistakes that uh, you're doing in a communication, because you worked with Centel, but you're saying I'm working.
सॉरी. हाँ, आई वाज.
You worked, right? Then
करेक्ट.
why don't you prepare, write it down, this all the steps? See, you have received a call. There are people, what they do, what they follow the practice, I'll tell you. If they don't get a call, if they don't get a call for an interview, they come to us, sir, we are not getting calls, please help us and all. And if they get an opportunity, then they don't perform it. Why? They're waiting for an interview, but they don't have a time to put efforts on their skills, communication, knowledge, or process expertise and all that. They don't have a time. Then how will you expect the result or good outcome from the interview process? You tell me. Opportunities are rare and it can be lived by someone if you don't perform well. Keep in mind. All the time I told you, set your entire focus on quality, performance, knowledge. Don't worry about an interview. If you have, see, now you have received a call for an interview, but you are not able to crack it. Why? Did you evaluate why you are not able to crack it?
Yes, yes, I might not answer well because of my communication. I am not
Then work
convey
on
my.
it. If you know your problem, then you should work on it. See, this is not the age where you can attend the coaching or that speaking classes and improve your communication and all. See, to be honest, no institution, no teacher, no trainer can change your life. They can guide you. Institutions can give you the path, leader can show you the road or way, trainer can help you uh, how you can bring best practices into your life. That doesn't mean they will help you to architect or design your career or build your career. No, no one can do that. Then how you can improve your communication? Then practice it every day, practice it. Try to pick up any subject. It's like a spontaneous speaking skills. You can pick any random topic, try to speak on that topic for a couple of minutes. You can record your tune or voice, and then after check the grammatical mistakes and pronunciation as well. That is also important.
Okay.
That's how I have also improved my communication. I'm not saying that I'm a prolific speaker, so I have a fluent accent or tune. No, still I'm learning. Still I'm learning. Still I'm a student. I'm following best practices every day. I'm reading books, novels, articles, bulletins, watching news, listening podcast, and enhancing my communication as well every day. My still, if you ask me, my target is at least I'll go through one word and I'll add that word in my dictionary, and I'll ensure that next time I'm applying that word in my communication or in a conversation with the other counterparts. That's how I'm learning. And you can also do the same. There is no rocket science, okay? There is no shortcut. If you're looking for shortcuts, then this would be your third job. See, after that, then no one will entertain to you. Then you will be out of this competition automatically, because every time you're only thinking from an interview aspect. So why don't you think about your contribution? How you can contribute to the business, to the process, to the project, and how you can help to the business to improve their productivity. Think from that aspect. I know that by role you are a senior analyst or analyst, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't think like this. You should. In your entire corporate experience, what you have done? Just played with the data, and still you are not able to elaborate that because it seems like you don't have a visibility front of you. That never work. I never think like that. I always try to contribute to the business process, projects, and wherever I work, I'll ensure myself that I'm also contributing my efforts to improvise the business or services or technology or maybe client experience. So do you also agree with my statement, or do you have any other approach to see this entire picture?
No, no, I'm totally agree with you. I know I am did my mistake that I am not focused to what why I'm doing this. I'm never question on
Simple
in my
strategy
mind.
I
Huh, I
shared.
never
Yeah.
question.
Go ahead.
I'm never counter myself that ki why I'm doing this and what is the link behind this. What is the role of this work and if I do it any mistake and what they are doing.
You
I don't know
guys,
the
you
further
guys are
steps and
asking for
I don't know
30%
nothing.
hike, 40% hike, 60% hike, but you don't want to question to yourself why will receive or get 50% hike.
And now I come to know that key. That's why lacking. Now it's too late. I realize. That's why I'm
Nevertheless,
taking.
still you have a time, okay? Still you have a time. But don't be selfish. Always think from a different aspect. 90% people they walk in the same row, on a same path. Just change your way. Don't follow to the crowd. It's simple. They are processing, that doesn't mean you should also do. You can, but ask question to yourself why I'm doing this. Always we criticize to the leaders, to the managers, to the different people around us, but we never criticize to ourselves. We would have then definitely would have seen the improvement in your performance, definitely. Okay, so yeah, so how you can plan it out from now on. For a
Are you?
communication, there is no any alternative. You should practice for speaking, writing, front of mirror. You can do this. Speaking practice, you can do that. Right? Stand in front of mirror and try to speak on any subject, and then definitely you would see the progress in your communication. And daily, see every you have a smartphone, right? So why don't you search the daily routine words or professional words, or maybe just check the vocabulary for professional communication and all, see their meanings and try to apply that words in your communication. You don't need to mug up anything, just try to understand that in your mother tongue, right? And then you can definitely, you would be in a better position to explain or elaborate in English as well, without any barricade. And even I have experienced that there is a mother tongue influence in your communication, like ki, ya, is it Hindi or English, that still, I mean, you shouldn't. Okay,
Okay.
we are in a corporate where only business language is allowed in such meetings. On floor you can, anyways, on floor we speak in Hindi or any other regional language, and that is allowed, right? But in such a conversation or a discussion or meeting, which is not allowed, it's not a professional way to speak like this. You shouldn't use fillers like this, okay?
Okay.
How you can improve this area by practicing only. There is no any other alternative way. And about process knowledge and all, see, that is the key. Why I'm hiring to you? You should ask this question, that you are working with process but still you are not able to explain that process to me or to the interviewer, to the panel. Then why they will pay you higher salary, or maybe 30 or 40% hike? 98% people in this industry, they are facing same challenge. कुछ लोग होते हैं ना कि भाई चलो हिम्मत करके बोल ही देता हूँ कि कोई तो मदद करे। एंड कुछ लोग जिंदगी भर वही के वही पड़े रहते हैं। द रीजन इज दिस ओनली। Another is procrastination. We'll do it later, after 1 year, after 2 year, after 3 year. And after 3 years, your statement would be, it's not my cup of tea. I'll continue with what I'm doing. कब तक चलेगा ऐसा? जरा सा सोचो ना। देखो, काम के साथ इंजॉय होना भी ज़रूरी है। And when you can do that, when you have something to contribute, and ये कब होगा? जब जो भी तुम काम करोगे वो तुम्हें सीखना पड़ेगा अच्छे से। टू लॉग इन ऑन टाइम, टू लॉग आउट ऑन टाइम। ये अगर चल रहा है एंड ये लग रहा है तुम्हें कि यही लाइफ है, देन यू आर वेरी वेरी आई वुड से फार अवे फ्रॉम द रियलिटी। Anyways, on a scale of 1 to 5, if you ask me my rating, so my rating would be around 2.5.
Very thank you. I am not expecting that much also.
Right? So 50%, and we'll connect tomorrow. I'll walk you through the different things, and I'm sure then you would be in a better position to explore front of panel, right? And if you have a interview tomorrow, then before that, please do prepare yourself.
Sure, sure, I will.
And if you don't, then that doesn't make sense to attend the interviews. Unnecessary, it will have a cooling period. Okay? Yes.
Okay.
And wish you all the best.
Thank you.
We'll see you in session. Right? Anyways, ये
Okay.
होता ही है, ठीक है। ये प्रॉब्लम मेरी भी थी। Had the same problem few years ago. I was facing a lot of rejections due to my communication, due to my product knowledge, due to my process expertise.
नहीं, इस मेरे को अंदर से लग रहा था कि मैं जब से आपसे क्लासेस लगाना स्टार्ट की हूँ ना, तब से लग रहा है कि मैं को जीरो नॉलेज है। तभी तो मैं फ्रस्ट्रेट होके जॉब नहीं चाहिए मुझे।
तो थोड़ा सा एफर्ट्स और
मैं
बढ़ा
खुद
दो।
ही सोचने लगी कि मुझे अब जॉब नहीं करना है, तभी तो छोड़ा है कि मुझे नहीं करना है, क्योंकि अभी जो चीज मैं लैक खत्म कर चुकी हूँ खुद को, जस्ट जबरदस्ती एक कॉपी पेस्ट काम कर रही हूँ।
यस।
इसलिए मुझे बर्डन नहीं लग रहा है कि ना रिग्रेट हो रहा है कि जॉब छोड़ी हूँ।
नो वरीज, चलो ये होता ही है। बट आई वुड से, देखो यार, ये नौबत नहीं आती अगर आपने, मैंने पहले भी पहले दिन एक स्ट्रेटेजी रिवील करी थी आपके साथ 30 मिनट वाली।
हाँ वो चीज, बट वो मैंने फॉलो नहीं किया क्योंकि मुझसे नहीं हो पाता। आप लोग जैसे है ना कि मल्टीटास्किंग,
इट्स नॉट अबाउट मल्टीटास्किंग, इट्स ऑल
जो भी
अबाउट
उतने
हाउ
जैसे
यू आर
फोकस,
डेडिकेटेड।
हाँ
वो
वो
दैट
चीज नहीं आ
मैटर्स।
रही थी मेरे अंदर में। मैं ट्राई किया कि मैं करूँ खुद से ऐसा कुछ, बट नहीं हो पाया मुझसे।
चलो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, हो जाएगा। जब अंदर से फीलिंग आएगी तो कोई रोक नहीं सकता उस चीज़ को, वो हो जाएगा अपने आप। एंड विल सी यू इन सेशन देन।
ओके,
चलो बाय, विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू।